Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of The Scoreboard. I'm your host, Brigham Harris, and today we're going to be covering really just a trifecta. All the areas of the most important sports here in town. We're going to cover the court, the rink, as well as the mountain. You're not going to want to miss it. All those interviews coming up with coaches and players right here on The Scoreboard.
The Scoreboard is proudly sponsored by Andrea Cox Mortgage. Welcome to First Rate Mortgage.
My name's James, and I've been in the market for mortgages several times over the years, so I've gone through the process with different people. And when I met Andrea, she explained to me why my current loans were subpar and how she could get better loans with better rates.
If I had to describe Andrea in one word, I think I would use the word passionate. She is very passionate about what she does and getting the right solutions for her clients, and that made her an absolute pleasure to work with.
Hi, I'm Andrea Cox. You can reach me at 435-631-9262. Call me, text me, or you can reach me at my website, andreacoxmortgage.com.
Enjoy the centrally located Juniper Landing Villa Retreat, just steps from Park City Resort with views of Canyons Golf Course. I'm Stephanie J. This is the Opulent Minute. The open concept Great Room offers a bright and inviting living area around a rustic stone hearth with panoramic views of the 9th hole of the Canyons Golf Course. I'm here with Braun, the owner of Exclusive Luxury Transportation. Tell us a little bit about the services that you offer.
We are a premium car service company catering to our high-end luxury guests as well as corporate guests.
What sets you apart?
Our approach to hospitality and taking care of our guests.
For more information, go to opulentvacations.com.
Juniper Landing's courtyard features a junior Olympic-sized outdoor pool, community fire pit, and a fitness center with a sauna and steam shower.
There's nothing better after a beautiful day on the links than enjoying your own private hot tub. We'll see you next time on the Opulent Minute. Contact us today, opulentvacations.com.
Hey everybody, welcome back to The Scoreboard. I'm your host, Brigham Harris. Now, first things first, we got a lot to talk about today. Like I said, we're covering basketball, we're covering ski and snowboard, we're covering some ice hockey. A lot of seasons going on right now as we head into these winter months, and none more important than the basketball season. Now, the first interview that we have, our own field reporter Blake O'Rulian got to catch up with a bit of a star-studded senior, if you will, over at Park City High School. He and the Miners just took down Morgan High School in a nail-biter. So we're going to send it over to Blake O'Rulian. He is hanging out with Cutter Lapine. Blake?
Hey, thanks so much, Brigham. Blake O'Rulian alongside one of Park City's finest talents, Cutter Lapine. Cutter, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, no problem. So this last week, Cutter, there was a very special night here at Park City High School. There was storming of the crowd. There was people jumping on top of you. What happened? What happened on Wednesday night?
We were playing Morgan, and game kind of came down to the end. And we ran a good play correctly and got a good shot off, and I got fouled, knocked down some free throws, and won the game.
Awesome. And not to mention, right when we walked in here, you actually drained a couple free throws to make sure your team didn't have to condition this more today, right? Is that correct?
That is.
Awesome. All right, so I got to ask you, Cutter. Game on the line. You have the whole high school watching you. You've got these free throws that you've got to drain. What is going on in your head during this time?
I tried to not think about it. That was the main thing. Kind of tried to get in the mindset that I was just shooting around and it didn't matter as much, even though I knew it did. But I've taken a lot of free throws in my life, so I was pretty confident and felt I was going to make them.
Oh, absolutely. So this is your third year on varsity. You're the longest tenured player on the varsity team. You're averaging 17.5 points per game so far this season. Is there any pressure on you? Do you feel like you kind of need to not carry the team, but make sure that if something goes wrong, you're the one that they need to look to make sure that they get the right shot, make the clutch free throws at the end of during crunch time?
So I'm one of two team captains, including Luke Verchuk, and I feel that our role is definitely to step up when needed and another senior, Sebastian Wolf, played a great game. I think he had 17, but I think that the whole team can step up and we can trust one another to do our part.
Awesome. A lot of team unity. And speaking of team unity, you guys are making some really, really good moves so far at the beginning of this season. You've got Logan next Friday. Currently, you guys are 2-0, and I told you this right before the interview, but if you guys win on Friday, you guys will be 3-0 for the first time in 11 years, since 2010. Is there any sort of pressure or what does that mean to your team if you guys were able to get the best start this high school has seen in a decade?
I think it would mean a lot for a lot of our seniors who have played through some seasons where we didn't do too great. It'd be nice to start off 3-0 and have confidence going into region.
Awesome. Well, Cutter, thank you so much for your time. And we actually are not finished yet. We're actually going to switch over to a quick little game if that's all right with you.
It is. Perfect.
All right. Since you won the game this past week with free throws, we're actually going to compete and see who can make the most free throws in 30 seconds.
All right.
So after we do that, so I'm going to go first, and then after me, we're going to have you go. But since you have a little bit more pressure, you know, I'm the sports reporter, you're the basketball player, I'm going to actually have a couple of questions and a little distraction for you for your 30 seconds, if that's okay.
Got it.
So I'm going to kick it off first, if that's all right.
Yep.
All right, so we've got Cutter on the timer. We've got 30 seconds on the clock. Are we good, Cutter?
Yep, ready,
All right.
go.
Thank you for rebounding for me, Cutter. Oh!
Oh.
I've got 0 so far. Cutter, what's my time?
You are at 13.
13. Trying to speed this up. I hit 2 right before we turned on the cameras. Goodness.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
2. Yeah, you drained 3 in 1 second, so. All right. So we're going to switch it over to Cutter. We're going to give you another 30 seconds. Cutter, you only have to beat 2. However,
Alrighty.
I am going to be asking you some questions as we go. So,
Got it.
we're going to go 30 seconds on the clock and be ready to answer some questions. 3, 2, 1, go. Cutter, LeBron or Jordan?
Jordan.
Jordan. All right. Who's better all time, Steph Curry or KD?
I'd go with KD.
All right. Would you go with Apple or Samsung?
Apple.
All righty. Playing high tops or playing low tops? You've already beaten me. You're at like
High tops.
high tops.
Ooh.
What's your specific shoe that you like to wear?
I guess I like low tops more because I like Kyrie's.
Okay, sounds good. All right, that is the time. You smoked me. I can't even count how many there were, but you definitely smoked me. Hey, Cutter, thank you so much, and good luck to you in Park City basketball
Thank
this
you.
season.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Blake, thank you so much. Now, keep in mind, Park City Miners boys basketball has another game. We're going to be looking out for them as they make their way into the rest of the regular season. Lots of exciting things coming from Park City High School at this time. Now, when we come back, we're going to switch things up. We're actually going to head over to the ice rink in Park City. We're going to catch up with the newest head coach of the Park City hockey team and learn a little bit about how their season's going to go.
When we mentor our youth to be good stewards of the earth, anything is possible. And during the Subaru Share the Love event, Mark Miller Subaru is planting seeds of endless possibilities.
Hi, Josh.
Hey, Little, are you ready for our tradition?
Yes.
Awesome, let's go. So what'd you learn in school this week?
Did you know more people have been to the moon than to the bottom of the ocean?
I didn't know that. That's so cool.
When this tree and I is us because you, it will give us clean air.
Join Mark Miller Subaru in supporting our community during the Subaru Share the Love event, happening now. Learn more at markmillersubaru.com.
Hi guys, I'm Janet the Dairy King. We're famous here for our ice cream. We have 84 different kinds of shapes. We also have some amazing food. So come and try our chicken strips, our fish and chips dinners, our burgers, our fries, our sweet potato fries. Oh my gosh, we've got so much. Once you go over to the Heber Valley Railroad and ride their train, then of course you have to come here and see all of our trains. Our family's serving your family since 1946. We hope to see you soon here at the Dairy King.
Hi, I'm Dr. Melissa. and I've been working in the field of psychiatry for over 20 years. TMS, or Transcranial Magnetic Stimulation, has become an important tool in mental health care in the past decade. TMS is a non-invasive treatment that treats specific regions of the brain involved in mood, anxiety, and thinking abilities.
I've tried several different medicines over the years to treat my depression and anxiety, kind of getting to the end of the list of what I can try. TMS became available.
We believe in treating the whole person, not just symptoms, and we offer multiple tools for your wellness journey.
TMS treatment has helped me tremendously with my depression. It has made me be able to live life again, and for that I'm grateful.
Contact our office to learn more. Find out if TMS is right for you.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Scoreboard. I'm your host, Brigham Harris. Now let's send things over to the ice rink. I got to catch up with the newest head coach of Park City D1 Hockey as they look to make not two, but their third appearance at the state championship. And guess what? This new head coach, he's got goals even bigger. The two-time returning state champs faced a similar foe on Wednesday night. The Farmington Phoenix, a rival out west that constantly gives the Miners a run for their money. The Miners scored a goal for every period and finished the night with a flawless 3-0 victory. Last month, Park City took down Farmington 4-2. A new head coach for the Miners, Jack Skilly, says this time around it may not have been as pretty, but they did what they had to do to get the job done.
They have good offensive upside. They also they don't really give up too much on the defensive side, so it just adds a little grit into our game. You know, we have to make sure that we get to the hard areas. We have to use certain areas of the ice that take courage. So that's really the only difference. You know, they want to trade chances. You know, at least that's what it looks like. And we don't do that. We don't want to trade chances with them. You know, I really believe that good offense comes from good defense. So if we stick to our structure against any team, you know, it doesn't matter who it is, we should have a good night. And I think Farmington, I do give them a lot of credit. You know, it's always a tight game against them. They are a good team. I thought we actually had a better game last game against them. Yeah, I thought we had a way more structured game. We were moving the puck a lot better than tonight. I thought that from our end we got away from some details that we'll have to focus on in practice. But, you know, we got by with a win. So you got to give, you know, our team that credit. But at the same time, I, you know, enjoy it for 24 hours, but back to work.
Before heading into the third period, the referees stopped the game to eject a handful of fans and parents, something Coach Skilly says he's brand new to.
The first couple periods was strong hockey. Right at the end of the second there, we got into a little goofy territory. I've never seen anything like that in my career and so far my coaching career. So I thought that our group responded pretty well to it. I would have liked a better response, but, you know, that's a tough mental thing to come over. A hard break, fans getting kicked out. You know, it's a big distraction. Well, honestly, the refs in the state are taking a lot of heat at the youth levels right now from parents and coaches, and you know, at the high school level as well. And obviously there's a give and take there. You know, sometimes both sides are right and wrong, whatever, doesn't matter. But I think, you know, the refs are on edge, you know, and I don't blame them. You know, certain things can be said and shouted in an arena and certain things can't. So I think tonight our ref got fed up with it, and I told him I have his back there. If he feels like he's being verbally assaulted, then hey, you gotta make a move and you gotta stand up for yourself. I just want to focus on us. That's what I tell our team. I just want to focus on our team structure, how we play the game, and just remain consistent through a 3-period hockey game. No matter what has come at us, especially tonight, you get those major distractions. I want these kids to learn how to persevere through it and remain mentally focused. And just because it's Farmington, one of the best teams in the state, it doesn't really change our game plan. We just do our thing out there and focus on that.
The shutout came courtesy of brick wall Colton McIntyre, goalie for the Miners. McIntyre is in his 3rd year with the club, and he brings years of experience with him, something that Coach Skilly says he's grateful for.
Well, I think we gave him credit in the room. Like when we needed him the most, he was there, and then that's why Colton's back there. We trust him, and we have full confidence in him, and he's a good goaltender. And I would like to see him continue off into juniors. I like everybody really at the same time. There's some players that you trust more offensively. There's some players that you trust more on the defensive side. And what I like about our group is we have total buy-in with the whole team. Everyone understands their role. Everyone understands their special teams role, whether they're a penalty killer or a power play player, or both. And then there's people that are straight 5-on-5 on our team that when there's a lot of penalties, they're sitting there. And it sucks. I'm trying to find them and give them playing time, but they have completely bought in with a positive attitude and completely understand their role. And that's, to me, from a team aspect, that's all you can ask for as a coach.
As for the giant target on the team's back after winning 2 straight titles, Coach says the pressure is something the Miners can handle.
One thing I know about pressure is that's internal. I don't really feel any extrinsic pressure right now. I know there are expectations, but I also know that nobody has higher expectations than me. So I'm not really too concerned. I don't think our group's really feeling that pressure. I think we're having fun. And, our main focus as a coaching staff, Coach Colin and I and George, we are focusing on teaching them how to play, as a 5-man unit out there every single shift, 5-on-5, special teams, doesn't matter. They're playing together. No more one-on-one hockey. And I think with that total buy-in, when you focus on those little details, you don't have time to focus on the pressure. We have lots to work on, but there's a balance, right? You want to make sure that you stay positive and let them know that the reason why you're working on things is because you care. And as a coach, that's all the message that you want to be received. There's different ways of delivering it, but that's pretty much our main focus right now. We have a lot of work to do. We're not looking at just states. That's our goal is to go beyond. And we all know if whoever wins states goes to nationals. And I'd like to have a chance to win a hockey game at nationals. And I think if we focus on the details, teaching them how to play together, play team structure, we have a chance. Whether that's a delusional thought or not, I don't know. I haven't gone to nationals yet, but I want to give them that hope. I want to give them that goal.
Coach Skilly is no stranger to the ice. He spent over a decade playing professional hockey and is now trying his hand at coaching. When asked about what he is excited about bringing to the program, he says it's more about life lessons than hockey.
I want these kids to understand what it takes. A lot of people will say that D1 hockey in the state of Utah isn't that great. I'd probably agree with them, but at the same time, I don't want these kids to come into practice just thinking that this is just fun and a rec league. There are kids in our room that actually care. There are kids in our room that play Tier 2 AA hockey that are looking to be junior players someday. And I want to show them the passion and energy and intensity it takes to make it, even at juniors and hopefully beyond for some of them. The reality is a lot of them aren't, right? But there's a life lesson there. There's passion, intensity, and whatever you do in life. Go to school. How do you talk to adults? What are your goals? Those things, right? And you need all of those assets as passion, intensity, and love and care. All of those things. I want these kids to understand. This isn't just about hockey. It's about life.
Coach Skilly, thank you so much for your time. We look forward to the rest of the season. Again, Park City coming back from not just a one-time state championship, but 2 in a row, trying to make that three-peat, and like Coach said, make it to nationals. We'll keep our eye on them. And when we come back, We've got some more content for you. This time we're heading to the mountain. We're sitting down with one of the head coaches out there, the Park City Ski and Snowboard team. You're not going to want to miss it. Stick around. We'll be right back on the scoreboard.
Hi guys, it's Janet the Dairy King here in Heber City, Utah. We're a proud sponsor of Park City TV's The Scoreboard. Hope to see you soon here at the Dairy King. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Jim Bisley, owner of Park City Rental Properties. For over 20 years, we've helped homeowners manage, market, and rent their properties in the Park City area. We have over 250,000 repeat guests and social media followers. Plus, our websites are ranked #1 for thousands of internet searches. This brings loyal guests back year after year, and your properties are easily found online. Our local team of experts is here and ready to help. Let us prepare a detailed rental performance analysis for your home that shows its true rental income potential.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Scoreboard. I'm your host, Brigham Harris. Now we're going to hit the third part of the trifecta. We're going to go to the mountain. We're going to talk with one of the coaches out there at the Park City Ski and Snowboard team by the name of Chris Haslock. Very good man. We got to catch up with him about the plans for this year as we head into the 2022 Beijing Games. A lot of exciting things to come from a lot of student athletes. Let's check up with him at the Utah Olympic Park. And hello, everybody. I'm Brigham Harris. We're here with Chris Haslock, the director of the free ski team at Park City Ski and Snowboard. Chris, thank you so much for joining us.
Brigham, thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, of course. Well, let's talk a little bit about it. As the Olympics are coming up, and this is a program that produces dozens of Olympic athletes, what's one thing that you're most excited about the 2021-2022 season?
Oh boy, there's so much. But this will be the inaugural big air in the Olympics for free ski, so that's kind of exciting. Our big mountain team is exploding, so we got over 120 kids in that program now. So that we're excited about that, which is a non-Olympic sport, but one of the divisions I oversee.
Yeah. Well, we got to chat a little bit before this interview. You told me a little bit about your background. Tell me just about how you got here. What brought you to Park City Ski and Snowboard?
Absolutely. Well, my background, I was an aerialist actually on the U.S. ski team many years ago, Olympics back in '88. And then I came here about 20 years, well, actually more, 22 years ago. I worked for the U.S. Ski and Snowboard as an events manager for freestyle. And then a couple years in, I had the opportunity to come and start what ended up becoming, Fly Freestyle, and then Access Freeride, a couple of other programs, Team Park City United, and now we're all merged together in Park City Ski and Snowboard. So it's really exciting to really come full circle from starting here at the Olympic Park to kind of being back under the wing of the Olympic Park again.
Yeah, well, like coming full circle, like you just said, what's one of your favorite things about being not only a coach here, but a mentor to a lot of these high school athletes that are going to be Olympic hopefuls here soon?
My favorite thing is just watching the kids develop and grow, not just as athletes, but as people, and some of my things I'm most proud about actually don't have anything to do with athletics. It's watching these kids grow up, being able to be, a mentor, to be able to be sort of a second parent, not really a parent. I don't ever consider myself the parent of them. I have my own 2 children I parent. And, but just being able to be someone that the parents can rely on, that can help kids during some of their challenging times and through that growth.
Well, we talk a lot about these students and these athletes that are up and coming, and then they all of a sudden burst through the stage. If you had to put your money on any of these young kids growing up and becoming the next, Katie Ledecky or the next, professional, amazing Olympic athlete, do you have any in your sights right now?
Well, honestly, it's wide open to any of them. So it's really about how much they want it, how much they're willing to put into it. You get back what you put in. And so we have the best facilities in the world here. We have great partners with Park City Mountain and with Woodward, Olympic Park. So it's incredible. We have some of those kids that started with us when they're 6 right now, like Colby Stevenson, who is poised. He just won the World Cup last year in slopestyle. He's poised to be an Olympian. We also have, Marin Hamill and Maggie Voisin. These are all people that most likely will be on the Olympic team this winter that came up through our program, the ones that I've been working with. But we've got young kids out there, and one of my favorite questions from the parents is they want to go, does my kid have it? Does my kid, what do you think? Does my kid have what it takes? And I'm like, well, Does he like it? Yeah, he comes home, can't stop talking about it. I'm like, well, then just keep him going. Like, as long as you find that as a parent, you find that passion that your kid loves, that you just keep feeding it and let them go with it where they want to. So my own daughter, she's a volleyball player. She still skis on the team, does Big Mountain, enjoys that, but her real sport is volleyball, and I just want her to, pursue what she loves.
Yeah.
And same with all these kids.
Great words from a wise coach. Tools of the trade is always going to be passion for what you do. I think I've heard that from not just you, but many, many other great coaches. Talking a little bit about the Olympics this year, is there a different feel around PCSNS when it is an Olympic year?
Yeah, I think any sport, when it's Olympic year, there's an extra amount of energy that's out there. So, everything's just kind of going. Our schedule is pretty insane. Especially for those kids on the high level, because everything gets kind of moved around, all of the Olympic qualifying events, things like that. So it's going to be a very busy winter for us, but we're super excited.
Yeah. Well, this year is set apart not only because it's an Olympic year, but we're kind of on the recovery year from a really wacky 2020 COVID year. What things are different about 2021 that, say, pre-COVID wouldn't have been a part of the routine?
Oh, almost everything. But, what we're excited to see is that we're actually back having competitions. So there were very few competitions last year. It was really challenging a lot of places with just the protocols that we had to go through to run those events last year were huge. So we still have protocols, and there's still a lot there. So that is out there. There's the higher level events you have to test into. There's, all kinds of, protocols around those things. But at least at the lower levels, now we're going to be able to have some contests. We had a couple last year. We hosted some here. Park City, that was a great partner for us and was able to get that done. We're excited the parents can now spectate, like we couldn't allow spectators last year. We'll be able to be in the lift line without having to wear a mask. Outdoors is going to start to be a lot more like it was, but everything indoors is probably going to be still very different. I feel really bad for those Olympians that they're not going to have spectators, and they're not going to have, one of my favorite memories is walking in opening ceremonies in Calgary. It was my Olympics, and the energy within the stadium, I still get goosebumps every time I think about it. It was so incredible. And watching the summer games this summer, it was, that was a sad moment for me, for them not to feel that, and I'm sure it was super fun and exciting in other ways. But that was one of my takeaways anyways, that I feel bad those people don't get to experience.
Yeah, well, sports are adapting, and it sounds like PCSNS is doing a great job at making sure these kids have an opportunity. Last question, if there was a parent out there who was contemplating, putting their kid through the program at PC Ski and Snowboard, what's one thing you would tell them?
We're a full-service ski club. We literally have it from the top to the bottom. We've got every ski sport. We even race uphill on skis. So we've got ski-mo too. Nice. So literally, there is come out and get involved. And you can start out with one of our lower level beginner programs, Devo programs. It's pretty accessible, and just let them play. That's the most important thing, is just give them a chance to come out and see if they like it.
Perfect. Well, thank you again, Chris. Chris Haslock here, Director of Free Ski here at Park City Ski and Snowboard. Thank you so much. Also known as Hatch. I learned that right before the interview. Thank you again for joining us. We really appreciate your time.
You bet. Thank you very much.
Hatch, once again, thank you so much for your time. We look forward to keeping up with all those student athletes on the mountain this year. Very exciting stuff to come. We are very stoked to be able to follow you and talk a little bit more about it as we get some more snow on that mountain. And rest assured, there is some of that fluffy white stuff on its way. Thank you so much for joining us here on The Scoreboard. I'm your host, Brigham Harris, and we will see you next time right here on The Scoreboard. You can tune in Park City TV, 6 p.m. and 10 p.m. every Tuesday and Friday, or check us out at thescoreboardnation.com. Take it easy.